Bet you didn't know that I, Sir Arthur Isaacs, love listening to hot beats and bars on my days off. Every hip-hop head loves to debate who is the greatest rapper of all time. Aside from moving a crowd, MC means proving you're the best in the booth and on the charts. Those worthy of GOAT status are often measured by influence, lyricism, and flow. When ranking the greatest MCs like Nas, Tupac, and Eminem, the debate becomes truly unanswerable. With that said, here is our list of the 10 greatest rappers of all time. Are you ready? It's time to enter the Zen Zone. At number 10. Kanye West, Yeezy. Kanye Omari West aka Ye may be better known these days for his outlandish behavior, but Kanye West's stamp on hip-hop is undeniable. He is probably the most influential artist of the last 20 years. Many of the biggest rappers of today like Travis Scott, Kid Cudi, and Drake were heavily influenced by Kanye. In 9 consecutive years, from 2004 to 2012, Kanye had at least one song that charted atop either the Billboard Hot 100, including a 3-year run from 2007 to 2009 in which he posted 7 #1 singles. He's been a pioneer in the progression of hip-hop over the past 2 decades, and he's never been afraid to push the boundaries of imagination. At number 9. Andre 3000, 3 Stacks. Atlanta rapper Andre Benjamin aka Andre 3000 is known for his flamboyant style and cerebral rhymes that made him one of the most unique rappers of the 1990s and 2000s. As one half of the legendary duo, Outkast, Andre 3000 was a driving force behind the group's impeccable 5-album run. Despite never releasing an official solo album, 3 Stacks has become known as a feature killer over his career, laying down some of the most memorable verses in rap history. Of course, Outkast's last album, Speakerboxxx, The Love Below, was really 2 solo sets, and Andre's half was arguably one of the most influential albums of the 21st century. At number 8. KRS-ONE, The Teacher. Representing our old school's Mount Rushmore alongside Rakim, Big Daddy Kane and Slick Rick, Lawrence Chris Parker aka KRS-ONE is a true genius and one of the greatest to ever pick up a microphone. In an era when artists were rapping about violence and drugs, he opted instead to deliver lyrics with a meaning and truth that captured the attention of fans and critics alike. He got his start with the group Boogie Down Productions in 1987 with the release of the classic album Criminal Minded. The definition of a legendary MC, he is considered one of the greatest performers and battle rappers in history. With songs like My Philosophy, Self-Destruction, Black Cop and Sound of the Police, KRS also showed how he was a true master of the art of edutainment. If hip-hop were politics, KRS-ONE would be the president. At number 7. Nas Escobar. A native of Queens, New York, Nasir Jones is arguably the greatest lyricist in rap history. A flawless blend of vivid street poetry and a producer's dream team, his first album, Illmatic, was universally praised by critics and the hip-hop community, and is widely seen as one of the best hip-hop albums ever. Nas's follow-up, It Was Written, debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, and remained on top for 4 consecutive weeks, reaching double platinum status in only 2 months. Nas unleashed his fury on Jay-Z during their late 90s rap beef with Ether, a diss track so lethal that its title has become hip-hop shorthand for lyrical annihilation. Ranked by The Source as the number 2 lyricist on their list of the top 50 lyricists of all time, Nas has 8 consecutive platinum and multi-platinum albums with over 25 million records sold worldwide. At number 6. Eminem, Slim Shady. This Detroit, Michigan native first gained the attention of hip-hop fans with his sadistic and violent alter ego, Slim Shady. The character allowed him to express his anger, with sarcastic, aggressive lyrics about drugs, crime, and murder, and the themes would resonate with the youth in the late 1990s. Eminem's major label debut, the Slim Shady LP, was released in 1997, would receive positive reviews, earn a Grammy for Best Rap Album and quadruple platinum status in album sales. Eminem's second album, the Marshall Mathers LP, sold 1,760,000 copies in its first week, making it the fastest-selling rap album in history. Eminem has sold over 200 million albums and is the best-selling rap artist of all time. While album sales alone aren't enough for us to call him the greatest, his undeniable set of skills undoubtedly places him among the greatest MCs ever. At number 5. Snoop Dogg, the Dogg Father. Calvin Broadus Jr. aka Snoop Dogg has become one of the most recognizable personalities in both hip-hop and popular culture. His fame dates to 1992 when he featured on Dr. Dre's debut solo single, Deep Cover, and then on Dre's debut solo album, The Chronic. Selling 800,000 copies in its first week, his first album, Doggy Style, was certified quadruple platinum in 1994. In 1996, his second album, The Dogg Father, also debuted at number 1, and in the next year, the album was certified double platinum. Snoop Dogg has been on many huge tracks from Dr. Dre's Nothing But a G-Thang, Still Dre, and the next episode to Katy Perry's California Girls. Uncle Snoop has sold over 35 million records worldwide. His longevity, innate ability to reinvent himself and ability to remain creatively cutting edge is a testament to his talent, lyrical skill and cultural impact. At number 4. LL Cool J, Uncle L. Representing Queens, New York. James Todd Smith aka LL Cool J, short for Ladies Love Cool James, is the pioneer of pop rap and the original ladies' man in hip-hop. Before artists like Tupac, Ja Rule, and Drake, Cool J made songs that catered to ladies like I Need Love while also crafting hard-hitting tracks that LL gets busy on the microphone like Mama Said Knock You Out. A two-time Grammy Award winner, LL Cool J is known for songs such as Going Back to Cali, I'm Bad and Rock the Bells, as well as R&B hits such as Doin' It, I Need Love, Around the Way Girl and Hey Lover. In 2010, VH1 placed him on their list of the 100 greatest artists of all time. In 2017, LL Cool J became the first rapper to ever receive the Kennedy Center honors, and in 2021, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. At number 3. Tupac Shakur, Machiavelli. Tupac Amaru Shakur, aka Tupac, was born in Harlem, New York, but is ironically considered one of the most influential West Coast rappers of all time. Early on in his career, he took inspiration from the politically charged music of Public Enemy and Ice Cube, and much of his music revolved around the violent hardships in inner cities, racism, and other social issues. His aggressive flow and poetic lyrical skill are why many argue he is the greatest of all time. In April 2017, Shakur was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. Tupac's greatness transcended the genre. He has sold over 75 million records worldwide and has been referred to in multiple major publications, such as Rolling Stone, as one of the greatest music artists of all time. At number 2. Notorious B.I.G, Big Poppa. Christopher Wallace, aka Biggie Smalls, is an iconic rapper from Brooklyn. With the aid of Sean Puffy Combs, the Notorious B.I.G was one of the few artists that had both mainstream appeal and street cred that bled through into his rhymes. He effortlessly delivered vividly visual bars with the expertise of a seasoned linguistic master. One of the greatest storytellers in hip-hop history, the Black Frank White had every element an MC could dream of. Biggie's debut album Ready to Die was released in 1994, containing timeless records like Juicy, Warning, and Big Poppa. It eventually went quadruple platinum. His follow-up album Life After Death was released on March 25, 1997, just 16 days after his death. The classic album rose to number 1 and was certified diamond in 2000, one of the few hip-hop albums to sell 10 million copies and ever receive this certification. At number 1. Jay-Z, Jehovah. Sean Corey Carter, aka Jay-Z, is an American rapper, songwriter, entrepreneur and investor from Brooklyn, New York. He's dropped 11 consecutive number 1 albums, and is only looking up at the Beatles when it comes to the artists with the most number 1 albums ever. He's one of the best-selling musicians of all time, having sold more than 50 million albums and 75 million singles worldwide, while also receiving 23 Grammy Awards, the most in history by a rapper. Jay-Z is the first rapper to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and he's also a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Both of these accolades speak to his excellence in the rap and music industry. MTV ranked him the greatest MC of all time in 2006, and Rolling Stone magazine ranked 3 of his albums, Reasonable Doubt, The Blueprint, and The Black Album, among the 500 greatest albums of all time. When you take into account lyrical skill, flow, influence, commercial success, cultural impact, consistency, versatility and longevity, there is no comparison to the greatest rapper of all time, the God MC, Jehovah. These are our top 10 picks. What do you think? Did we miss any of your favorites? Any top 10 list you'd like to see? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoy this kind of content, do me a favor and like the video, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to stay tuned for our latest videos. Don't forget to check out our cool merch store, it really helps us spread the Zen and grow the channel. Thanks for watching. See you soon.